After a busy week, I love a bit of hunter-gathering so that I can go home and cook up a good book to relax into for the weekend. Curling up on the sofa for the weekend with a good book may well be the quintessential escape to good comfort food. There are very few pleasures in life, but this, of course, is one of them. I love the changing pace of weekend cooking, and just to be clear, today I'll be sharing with you how to cook a book and not crook a book. My recipe kicks off with a 5-day writing course and a thesaurus. For those of you who were like me at school and got someone else to write your English essays, these 2 ingredients are essential. I like to shred the notes from the creative writing course and a greedy helping of thesaurus, adding them into my mixing bowl. It's the rich and spicy words from the thesaurus that give the book an exotic peppery warmth for a good Indian story. Sometimes people confuse time-consuming with complicated. In this instance, my recipe contains both these ingredients. I like to grate the time-consuming into my dry ingredients and then pour in the complication so that the dry ingredients are well lubricated when the mixing begins. And then pour in the complication. Sometimes I like going lusciously over the top, and when I'm in that mood I tend to double up on some of those mind-altering ingredients, such as a martini. I do like to cook with wine. Sometimes I even add it to the food. Right, I'm ready to get mixing. In a separate bowl, I add 4 or 5 roughly chopped still knocks and a handful of chopped Valium. These come in incredibly handy when sleepless nights creep in due to legal implications regarding the content of the book. The Valium gives the book a little lift. By only roughly chopping these 2 ingredients into the recipe, we are able to maintain the book's bite and crunch. So go on, give it a chop. I then crack in some legal advice, giving it a little blitz with a fork, making sure things don't become too heavy. Legal advice boosts the book, adding a little texture. I sprinkle in some Indian spice. This magical spice makes the ingredients really act. In a separate heated pan, I fry up a few red chopped chilies, a robust tablespoon of grated ginger and crushed garlic, a squirt of lime, and the welcoming scent of nostalgic coriander to really bring out the intensity of those Indian flavors. I then like to tumble in a few chocolate speckled eggs. This really helps to kill the procrastination, adding balance to the recipe. I fold the sizzling surprise into my batter over here, and then I crumble in a little exercise regime in the final stages of the recipe. This helps lift the anxiety and self-doubt. Finally, I like to swaddle it with a mouth-watering, deeply delicious cover. You want to be generous with the ingredients that go into your book, so that the cover bursts apart when you open it. Into a 250-degree oven for 6 months to a year, depending on how well you like it done. The weekend starts here, accompanied by an achingly cold beer. But really, would I lead you astray? This book is worth sitting down for. Right, I'll be back for the carnal unveiling. Time to give the dogs a bone. And here we go, cooked and ready to be served on the shelf in all its eccentric splendor. It does not need anything else except to be read.